Hey everybody, it's Ron, and today I'm going to be reviewing Dune House Atreides issue 11 from Boom Studios. I believe this is the second to last issue, and it starts right off with Duke Leto being imprisoned and accused of blowing up a Tleilaxu ship, and I really love the look of these recap panels, and I also really like the look of the Sardaukar soldier masks, and I wish they looked more like this in the movie, but oh well. I also enjoyed the quiet scenes with Thufir and Leto trying to figure out how they can get out of this situation, and the thing I like about this plot at the end of the book, as well as this adaptation, is it shows how complex this world is and the way alliances and political scheming works, and it's very interesting to see all of these different factions and how they rely on each other while also not trusting each other one bit. So it was nice to see that play out in comic book form as well. The art took a sudden turn with the Shaddam and Fenring sections, and it was really jarring, so I looked back at the credits, and sure enough, this issue has double art duties by both Dev Pramanik and Mariano Tabo. And while this new art does fit in well with the aesthetic of this book, I did find the faces and the hands to be a bit wonky. And this one panel here made this book look like a buddy comedy instead of a serious Dune book, so it kind of threw me off and took me out of the story a little bit, to be honest, because it doesn't have the same detail and sense of movement that the original art has. I also keep noticing these no-face panels more and more each issue, and I think this panel is probably the worst example yet. Fenring's face looks like silly putty, so yeah, I don't know what's going on with that, because now it's not even just the background characters, it's everyone. I'd love to hear an explanation of why they do that, if there even is a reason, I'm not sure. So that's a shame, because overall I did like the story, and once again Pramanik excels during the action sequences. They're always fluid and fun to look at. One quick thing here, and maybe some hardcore Dune fans can help me out, but I guess Zemia is the capital of Kaitain. I'm not sure if that was mentioned in the House Atreides book, but it has been a little while since I read it, so I'm not sure. Anyway, my favorite part of this is when the Harkonnens show up on Kaitain. I love seeing the flags and their troops showing up. I know it's a small thing, but it reminds me of fan art someone would create, and it was cool to see. I also really like this panel. The background has a really cool effect on it, and the chandelier looks really decadent and like something you'd expect to see on the Emperor's homeworld. This final section also sets the stage for Rabban's outbursts, and not to spoil too much, but he's going to become more and more unpredictable and get the Harkonnens in a lot of trouble, so it was cool to see the beginnings of that here. So although I didn't love most of the art in this book, I think it really came around in the end and leaves us just as the tension is rising and the trial of Duke Leto is about to start. So I'm excited for the last issue. Hopefully it's just Dev Pramanik on the art to keep with the continuity of the story, and I'll be here to review that as well. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you're enjoying this content, and thank you for watching. Hey everyone, it's Ron here with a quick announcement. When I started this channel, I was reading and reviewing the Dune books and other sci-fi related material, and most of you might not know that I'm also a musician. So when I was reading these sci-fi books, I started to get inspired and decided to make my own soundtrack to use for my videos, and now I'm excited to tell you all about the first volume in the Ron Reviews original soundtrack collection. This album includes the first 17 tracks featured on my channel, and it's available now exclusively on Bandcamp. Be sure to check the description of this video for the link to the album. Thanks so much for the support so far. I know I'm just starting out, but I hope you're having as much fun as I am. So check out the original soundtrack Volume 1 on Bandcamp. This music is great if you want something moody and atmospheric to listen to while you're reading some science fiction. I think you're going to love it. Thanks.